Okay, these are the copper discs that are primarily meant for keeping algae out of your bird baths. Copper does have a natural antibacterial property to it, which is why all the old kitchen and farmhouse sinks that you have probably seen are made out of copper. Um, Also because it's very malleable, but one of the benefits to the fact that they are all made out of copper is that it has natural antibacterial properties. So it makes sense that you can put it in the water there and it will prevent and stop the growth of algae in that water in the bird baths, which get really nasty in the summertime when they are sitting out there in the sun just heating up, which is the perfect environment for an algae bloom. So this is what it looks like when you first take it out of the little envelope. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it off with these little sticky pad things, to be honest with you. The first one, it came off pretty easy. But the second one, I had a really hard time and ended up needing a little tool to peel it off on the edges. Wait, there we go. And then I actually don't have a bird bath. I have found a different use for it. The thing that I have decided to use these for myself is my cat fountain. So normally in the wintertime, we don't keep water outside for our cats. We usually have enough, there's creeks and all kinds of fresh water around us. And then in the summer, when those things dry up, then our cats suddenly need to come inside more throughout the day. They're coming in and out, in and out. And we realized the reason for that was because our cats were thirsty and we needed to put some water outside for them. But then when you do that, you have the same problem that you experience with bird fountains or bird baths, that the pan gets really warm and then algae blooms in it and then the cats don't want to drink it. That's gross. So I have one out here on my front porch, right here next to me, one of those little automatic cat fountains. This has been fantastic. We love this fountain. Our cats definitely prefer it to the regular drinking water that we keep in the house that's a still water. And ever since we've put this out here, they have been very happy to use it. What I like about this particular model is it has a little motion sensor on it. So when you walk by it or approach it, then the fountain part will come on. And then periodically, if nothing activates it, it will cycle on and off anyway, which keeps the water moving and also prevents the bacteria from growing in it. But just to be on the safe side, because in the morning, this does get some sun on it in this location, I have put a copper disc in the bottom of this fountain. And I'm going to show you how that's going in there. It's keeping the water really nice and clean and clear for my cats. And it's keeping the pan here isn't growing any of that yucky, like slimy buildup on it that, you know, your animal water dishes tend to accumulate. And this fountain does have its own little filter here, which helps. But I think the lifespan on these is probably a bit limited, and I didn't want to have to replace it like all the time. So I took all of this off here. This is nice and clear, so I can see inside where the water level is. And then I put the little copper disc in there. And this water's been in here for about, I don't know, a week, as it has pretty big capacity, and my two cats, between going inside and outside and wandering the property, they don't particularly drink out of this all the time, but they do use it enough that I need to keep it out here. And the copper disc in there has really gave me a lot of peace of mind so that I don't have to worry so much about remembering to keep track of that water and changing on a regular basis, because it hasn't been getting yucky in the ways that I normally would expect with that disc in there. So that's the kind of thing that I think there's other applications for it. Your dog water, just like any other animal, anything you have that's in a standing water or just with a little circulating fountain like that. If you have In the summertime, rabbit hutches and probably your chickens and anything like that would be able to benefit quite a bit from having their water staying clear and preventing that algae buildup inside the water. So if you're like, well, I don't have a bird bath, I don't need one of those, or you think you have to get a bird bath, you don't. There's lots of other applications with where there's a standing or semi-standing water where the copper disc will come in very handy.